Oh, hi! Welcome, SOBs, to Stream of Blood here on a Tuesday night in the spooky month of October. I am your game master, keeper, storyteller, impresario, maestro, Jared Logan, and I'm so happy that you could join us for tonight's episode of Coven. Coven is a classic 1920s Call of Cthulhu 7th edition game starring three lady comedians who I know. One of them is my wife. They're very, very funny together, and they've never played role-playing games before until now, until in front of an audience, and they are better at it than you and your friends are, is what I shockingly realized the first time I played with them, because they all communicate with each other really well, which I never do with my fellow players when I am an orc paladin or whatever I'm doing in my game. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Man, I'm having so much fun in October, because like in October, there's just an excuse to watch as many horror movies as you want. And on the Stream of Blood Facebook group, I posted that, my 31 for 31 horror movies. And then instead of watching the ones that I posted, I've just been watching totally different ones. Will Potworth, who does some of the incredible art here for Stream of Blood, recommended one called Dead and Buried. It was awesome. It's like a cult movie, but it's also a slasher movie, but it's also a zombie movie in a weird way that you don't expect. You've got to see Dead and Buried. I've watched Kronos by Guillermo del Toro, Rabid by David Cronenberg. Last night I watched Halloween 3, where there are killer Halloween masks that make snakes come out of child's faces. Snakes come out of child's faces. It's just a great month to do spooky stuff, and spooky horror stuff is my favorite thing. I haven't yet watched a great ghost movie this month yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to watch maybe The Innocents, or the original 1960s The Haunting, which is based on Haunting of Hill House. I'm going to watch those soon. I only say I need to watch a ghost movie because that's what Coven is all about. These three ladies investigate ghosts. So welcome. Get ready for the second half of a really exciting ghost investigation tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of in-stream business before we get started. Hey, guys, be sure to tune in Saturday at 10 in the morning. Get up. Get your cap and crunch and tune into our new Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay campaign. It's a mini campaign, Something Wicked, with our game master, Humphrey Carr. Humphrey is a brilliant genius, actor and improviser and comedian, but he also is the biggest Warhammer fan that has ever lived. So, basically you can ask Humphrey, hey, in the old Empire, yes, I'm sorry, Britta from Community is in it. Gillian Jacobs, she's in it. So is my good pal Phil Walker, and our Stream of Blood mainstay, Ross Bryant. But the thing I was about to say, that what's incredible is you could actually ask Humphrey, hey, what city in the old Empire from Warhammer is on what's the river that's right near that city? And he just knows the map in his head. And he remembers the history of the whole world in his head. That's how hardcore a fan of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay he is. So you've got to check that out, if only to just see Humphrey improvise the old Empire off the top of his head. If you ever want to see an elf shit on a building, watch Warhammer. That's true. There was some shitting in the street last time. Elves are a forest people. They don't understand our ways. Elves, they just shit in the woods. They don't know that in the civilized world that we need to have. If you think about it, it's kind of weird. We sit on a small cylinder filled with water. That's kind of weird. That what we do. I think the elves do it right. And Sunday, 6 p.m. Pacific, this coming weekend, we have Vampires of Pittsburgh. We are on our 29th session. I'm so proud of that. And we have such an incredible cast that run the most incredible vampire soap opera for us. And I say that they run it because I kind of stand back and watch what they're doing and chew on my fingernails, and I'm just kind of taken along for the ride. But I have fun doing that. Okay, I think that we're ready to get started with Coven tonight. So let me bring in your players. She is a really, really funny and accomplished comedian who's written for Drag Race. With these ladies, I really want you to listen to their albums because it just like kind of tells you what their comedy is all about. And so I want you to listen to her album Undefeated, which is so great. Let me bring in Kara Klenk.
Hi. Oh,
hi.
Close.
Were you too close?
I was like, I don't know. My view, I was too close to the camera.
Hi, honey. How are you?
I'm good, darling. How are you?
I'm really good. Kara and I have an 18-month-old child named Rosie. And Kara, what's the new activity that I've been teaching our 18-month-old child?
Rolling dice. And she is obsessed. And this morning when we had to stop rolling dice, she had a full meltdown.
That's right.
Dice.
People are always like, how can I get my kid into role-playing games? And is a year and a half old child too early? No. My daughter came to me this morning and went,
hole, and no matter what number she gets, he goes, "You got an 8," and she's like, "Yes." "You got a 72." "Yes." Like she never loses, so she loves it.
Yeah, she came to me this morning and was like, dice. And I was like, of course you can roll the dice. Let's get you hooked early. Honey, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Is that unprofessional? Should I not call you honey?
I don't know. I think it's fine.
Okay.
You can't call Nora honey. She'll freak out.
Wait, yeah, your character would kick my ass if I called her honey. All right, sugar tits. I'm going to bring in our next player. This next player, she has an amazing album called Glitter Cheese. You've seen her on Netflix and a bunch of other places. Oh, she was just in that movie. King of Staten Island. She's so great and so talented and so funny, and she plays our resident psychic. Please welcome Liza Treyger, everybody.
Hello. Can you hear me? Yes.
Very well. Yes.
How many dice do you have in the house?
Satchels, bags of them. Right over Jared's shoulder right now. Jared, on the bed right now. Is that not a sack of dice behind you?
No, that's a mask.
Oh.
Sorry. COVID.
Where my COVID folks at?
I bought one pair of pink dice from a game store that had a comedy show and sold tea.
Oh, yeah. I remember you got like a little game for
I got really beautiful pink dice.
Yeah, you were probably at Geeky something in tea in
Geeky Teas.
Geeky Teas, yeah, where it's a tea shop.
Kara actually packed up my apartment. Did you see the dice?
No,
your husband?
I was moving at a quick clip, so I may have missed them.
I have kind of an exciting announcement that's a little bit pertains to you guys because you're such huge drag fans and drag race fans. Our buddy Guy Branum is going to be back on the stream a lot soon, and we're trying. He has developed a game about drag queens, and we're trying to figure out a way to get it on the stream. It's called Drag Queen the Fiercening. So that may be happening soon.
I have agreed to play.
I thought it was going to be a surprise for us that had to do with drag, so I'm deflated.
I'm sorry. Well, maybe we can.
This pertains to you guys. You love drag. Guess what? And then it was like something that has nothing to do with you.
I'm sorry. What I meant to say was, Lisa, look behind you. It's cherry pie.
Not her, Jared. Not her. Too soon.
Our third incredible player, Megan Gailey, is not here yet. She is on her way. If you've ever played a game of any type of tabletop role-playing game at home, you know that this happens all the time. I think we're going to go ahead and start, and I have a great way to narrate what has happened to her until our friend Annabella shows up. But first, let's do a recap. Are you guys ready to play?
Yeah, I'm ready. I got my marker and my sheets.
Yeah, you got your dice. You ready to go? Okay.
I have internet dice. Internet
dice is fine. Internet dice is fine and encouraged. So I'm going to give a brief recap to let everybody know what has been happening in the show. Basically, our three investigators, Nora, a cigarette girl who doesn't take any guff, played by Kara here, and Nastya, our resident psychic who drives a hard bargain, played by Liza, and Annabella, our antique store owner who likes to solve puzzles, played by Megan Gailey, were hired by DeVore's department store in Boston. Roland DeVore, the guy that owns the whole chain, hired them. His store was being haunted by a spirit who kept appearing outside of windows on the higher floors and was cutting up merchandise in the store. He didn't know how to get rid of this strange apparition. They had fired a lot of employees thinking that they were the cause and realized that no, it must be something else. So they hired Nastya and her friends, Annabella and Nora, who are ghost hunters, to look into it for them. He promised to pay you $300 plus hotel accommodations. You negotiated that, Nastya. And when you looked into it, you discovered that the ghost had some kind of connection to a ledge outside the 5th floor of the building. The department store is a 1920s department store. It's kind of like a Macy's in New York or something, where it has many different floors of departments. So it goes up 10 floors, and there's, housewares on one floor, different types of apparel on different floors. You did what you always do. It's always a smart first move, and you communicated with the spirit via your Ouija board. And so far, whatever this ghost is, it sent you 3 messages. The first was, Buckley's late again. The second was, that's my promotion. And the third one was, I like
girls.
I like girls. So you started to kind of move around and talk to people that worked at the store. You discovered a couple things. You met the head floor walker, a guy named Jim Buckley. Maybe the guy, the Buckley, a dirtbag. Yes. A real Mark Wahlberg type, who was really trying to handle you guys when you were kind of moving about the store, when you were staying overnight in the store to investigate. He was kind of trying to boss you around. Of course, you guys didn't take any of his shit. And then you met his girlfriend, Millie McElroy, who is really kind of a good town gal, a real flapper type, the year being 1922, of course. So while you were investigating these two, you found out that Buckley had a lighter with the initials LW on it. And Nastya did a reading of it. She contacted the spirits through the lighter, and through various clues. I won't bore you with all of them. You found out that Millie used to date a guy named Lloyd Wheeler, who ran off months ago, leaving her a letter saying that he didn't like girls. You also indirectly led to the almost death of one of the security guards when a mysterious force pushed him off of a ledge.
Oh, yeah. What was his name again?
Finbar.
Oh, right. He had a really weird accent.
He had a perfect Irish accent. A perfect, undistinguishable from a real Irish accent.
Right. Okay. And
it sounded kind of like this.
Now.
Oh, here I am, Finbar Magooly. Oh, I'm from Ireland. It sounded like that, which I think we can all agree is unimpeachably good. Clancy loves Finbar. Let's have a hand for Clancy.
Yeah, but Clancy also wrote, I thought that was Scottish. So.
Oh, well, she's wrong, isn't she? Okay, and so
I'm with you, Clancy.
a lot of things went wrong. That you were about to be fired by the boss of the store. Lydia Toth, his secretary, went to bat for you. She's making sure that you don't get fired before you get paid. You met Clarence Harvey, who seems to have some kind of tight little deal with Jim Buckley. Clarence Harvey is he's the general manager of the store now. Both of them were recently promoted to their positions. You were going to go
like his vibes at all.
Oh, of course not. No, you don't. I mean, a lot of these people seem sketchy.
Wait, what was our interaction with Mr. Harvey? Because I remember I kept wanting to meet him.
It was in the food. Oh, it was in the food hall.
That's right.
And I showed him the lighter and he flipped out and was like, I'm going to get you bitches fired. And then Lydia's like, no, I'll help out.
Got it. Okay, I remember.
Yeah. So Lydia headed up to the 10th floor to talk Mr. DeVore out of firing you gals. But you were going to go check out the marketing department where you heard that Lloyd kind of visited a lot to pitch his
Yeah,
ideas.
he had ideas.
Yeah. But on the way there, you ran into Millie in the textiles department. You were talking with her. You found out about the letter she had received from Lloyd when he left. And then the next thing you know, a pair of scissors floated up out of the swaths of fabric there in the textiles department and skewered her in the neck, spraying blood everywhere. It was disgusting and horrifying and creepy and spooky. And so that is where we are going to start right now. And because our friend Megan Gailey hasn't managed to make it to the stream yet, I'm going to rule that Annabella, our antiquarian, screams, loses 4 more sanity for being late, and falls down in a faint right away. So the two of you must deal with this situation right now. So I'm going to set the scene right now one more time. You are in Devore's department store. It is the middle of the day. You were speaking to this girl at the fabrics counter where she gets swaths of fabric down off of the wall and cuts them for people. She was telling you about her ex that she doesn't see anymore. And then all of a sudden, a pair of scissors went into her neck. What do?
Well, first we scream.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Who's around us?
There are people in the store, but it's a weekday or no.
Are there witnesses so that we're not getting blamed for stabbing this girl? Are we the only ones around her?
Is this on the 5th floor or the store?
It's on the bottom floor in the store.
Okay.
There are people around. I don't think that you're going to be. It doesn't. Well, I don't. But there was nobody standing right beside you, so there is a chance that you could be blamed for this.
Wait, can we help her? Is she dead?
I feel like it's probably a good idea to help her because right now she's grasping at her throat and she has a pair of scissors hanging out of her neck. Okay.
I think we should scream for someone to call an ambulance and then we'll tend to her.
Okay, great. So you can do that this turn, my friend Nastya. You can scream, call an ambulance, and then you can try your first aid. Nora, what do you think you would like to do?
I mean, I have bad first aid, I think. I mean, I only have a 34, so I don't know how much of a help I'm going to be to this poor woman.
Okay.
What should you do?
What is
maybe shield other people away so they don't get involved? Get the Ouija board?
I mean, you're the one that's good at that stuff, I don't really summon Ouija the same way as you.
Well, here's the good news. You don't have to maybe decide. Maybe you can see what happens with Nastya. What is your dexterity, Nora?
Dexterity is 65.
And what's yours, Nastya?
60.
Okay, so you actually are going first, Nora. So maybe you're the one that screams and goes and looks for help, or maybe you help at least get the scissors out of her neck or something.
Well, no, you don't take them out. You leave them in. You would bandage around them and leave them in.
Oh, wow. Okay. So are you just
never take out something that's causing a puncture wound?
That's holding the blood in.
You're very knowledgeable when it comes to these kind of...
you know how many stabbings I've been a part of?
Really? You as a player or Nora has?
Nora, but me as a camp counselor, I've also learned that you don't take out a puncture wound.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. Nora, you are a knife fighter. We've established that. So you can roll your fighting. And if you succeed, you're going to give our friend Nastya an extra bonus die on her first aid roll.
Well, fighting, I'm only a 30. Dex, I'm at 65.
Well, I was just seeing what order you went in based on your speed when I asked you Dex.
Fighting, I have a 30. Okay, so this is not going to be... Okay, let's see. No, I went over.
And then I'm going to rule that... Before you get a chance to, apply pressure and bind the wound, Nastya, you're reaching for her to help. And Nora's going don't pull it out. Don't pull it out. Suddenly the scissors.
But I knew not to. No, I knew not to.
Well, I know that you didn't, but the scissors come out on their own
Oh,
turn
God.
to point at you guys because some sort of supernatural force is controlling them, and they are going to fire themselves toward Nora.
We're running. We start running.
Well, you can start running because it's your turn, but they are going to still get one attack against poor Nora.
The scissors are coming after me?
That's correct.
Don't let them cut my hair. Have you seen Nora's hair on my illustration? It's beautiful.
I know.
If I throw her my protective amulet?
Let's see. Well, the ghost is going to go before you do, Nastya. So I'm afraid that you can do that when your turn comes up. But right now, the ghost is firing the scissors at poor Nora. And Nora, I have a horrible news for you.
What?
The ghost has rolled a 001. That's the lowest roll you can possibly roll. So that means that the ghost has gotten like a critical hit against you. So what does that mean? We are
5 minutes into this game and you're saying I already got stabbed by ghost scissors?
Also, I need to remind all the viewers that Nastya has missing teeth.
Right. These
so
if
you imagine her with teeth, she has no teeth.
Messing with the supernatural is not an easy job, and So
what's my critical hit? So where did it get me?
I'm gonna rule in this case that the scissors do the maximum amount of damage that they could do against you, which would be 6 damage. Is that more than half of your?
Hit points?
Hit points, yes.
It's half. I have 12 hit points. So
okay, I want you to roll your Constitution right now.
So I just roll my 2 dice?
Yeah, roll your 2 dice. Try to roll under your Constitution.
Okay. Yeah, I got a 49.
Okay, so you rolled under it?
Yeah.
Great. You stay conscious and you don't take a major wound. Nastya, it's now your turn.
And what am I rolling for?
Well, it's up to you. Did you want to give her your amulet? Did you want to, attack the scissors? Do you want to help the girl? The girl is bleeding out of her neck right now.
Where did Kara get hit?
In the back, right in between Nora's shoulder blades. The scissors just went in.
I gotta help my girl before I help a stranger.
Great. I love that rationale.
Thank you. I will get you those teeth no matter what happens.
I got to do some first aid on her while also maybe shouting for help, to someone. Maybe someone else there can help her.
Okay, so you're screaming
she's
for help.
gushing blood.
Yeah.
Maybe can I grab Nora and lay her down next to the girl and stop her wound and help my friend, or no?
That's going to be really tough. I'm going to say that you got to choose one or the other. And the other issue is that the scissors are currently in Nora's back. And you know that these scissors are behaving very dangerously and erratically right now. So you have to just keep that in mind, too, that the dangerous weapon is there in front of all of you.
And I'll go for the weapon. I'll go for the weapon.
Okay, great. So you see the scissors stab Nora in the back. You see blood burst out in Nora's shirt in her back, and you run forward and you're grabbing for the scissors. And why don't you give me some sort of a roll to kind of grab them? I think you need strength to do this.
Stealth, strength. Fuck. My strength is 30. All right. I failed.
Okay, so Nora's trying to yank the scissors out of Nastya's back. Nastya's trying to yank the scissors out of Nora's back, and she's not quite getting them. Nora, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
What the fuck can I do? I've been stabbed.
People are screaming and pointing. You see that people are now running toward you. You could try to pull them out of your back. You could try a strength roll of your own.
All right, I guess I'll sword in the stone these fucking scissors out of my own back.
Okay,
strength
perfect.
Is STR, right?
Maybe you can leave the scissors in your back.
It feels like my only move right now is to get rid of these fucking scissors. I don't know.
Yeah, give it a shot. Let's see what happens.
Okay. What did I get? I rolled over by 5.
Okay. Is there? I'm going to say this is a combat, so you can't push the roll. You cannot get these scissors out of your back. It's now the apparition's turn if it wants to do anything. And this got real fast. I mean, it got real at the end of last session, and it's remaining very real. So the scissors are now of their own volition going to shoot out of Nora's back, aim toward Nastia, and fire across the room at Nastia.
Shit.
Oh, you know something that you could do when these things fire at you, girls, is you can roll your dodge. And I should have mentioned that to Nora before I stabbed her in the back. But hey, we've used dodge before. We've used dodge before.
I'm going to use dodge, please.
Okay. Well, let's see if she, you know what? The scissors rolled a 93. So they missed. So you can still roll your dodge if you'd like, Nastia, or you can do something else. But basically, the scissors. I made it. Okay, great.
I'm sort of miffed that I was not given the opportunity to dodge, and I now have a gaping wound between my shoulder blades.
Honey, don't fight with me. Dodge was discussed in previous sessions.
Don't remember that.
Never.
Well, maybe it wasn't, but the point is, it's right there on your sheet. Maybe you should have been like, "What does this dodge skill do?" Regardless. The scissors come out of Nora's back. They aim toward Nastia. They shoot across the room at her. Nastia dives down to the parquet floor of the department store, and the scissors go flying and land in a rack of socks and that are in a pile of socks and become inert again. The scissors just kind of lie there on top of the pile of socks. The combat is over. People are badly hurt. Millie McElroy is still bleeding out of her throat. What would you like to do?
Me? I'd like to clog her wound.
Okay, great. So because you didn't act to help her immediately, I'm going to say you now have a hard first aid roll.
I have to get half?
You got it.
I rolled 100.
Okay.
You just killed her.
I just fucking killed this girl.
Soon other gentlemen arrive and ladies, people who have come to rush to your aid and help. And enough time has passed that they have to make an extreme first aid roll to help her. There is actually a doctor in the house. He has 60 first aid, but he's rolling 15. No, he's rolling even less than that. Okay, here we go. And he rolled an 81. Millie McElroy dies in front of you.
God, we didn't even get to ask her anything. I mean, I'm also sad about the loss.
Always on the job. Always on the job.
A death makes it real. Guys, you both are going to roll sanity for losing for watching someone die in front of you.
I mean, okay. So I want to roll below my sanity.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
I got 13.
I got 23.
And I have a 37, so I did it.
Okay, then lose no sanity. You succeed, and you don't lose more sanity for seeing someone die. But guys, it's serious now. This has to be solved soon. This ghost has to be put to rest because it has now murdered somebody in the store. Let's do this. Police arrive. EMTs. A lot of questions are asked. I need 2 rolls from you guys. One is going to be how you're explaining yourself to the police. How are you making sure that nobody suspects you of this?
Well, I'm stabbed, so I'm pretty positive that we are not people behind this.
That's a very good argument. That's a great alibi. But I want to stick with the investigation and not spend, hours of scenes on you guys being questioned by the cops in Boston and stuff like that. So I want to see how you handle that in general. I want to see very quickly when the cops start asking questions, when the EMTs start asking questions, how do you handle it? So who has a social skill they'd like to use to kind of smooth things over so you can stay on this investigation?
I can't find my
I have a high intimidation.
Where's my social?
Well, it's not. It would be like charm, persuade, fast talk, or intimidate. And
Well,
I'm just gonna,
I said I have a high 75 intimidate.
Yeah, let's do that.
I just want to mention you are talking to cops. So Nora, you're going to intimidate cops.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Are you guys fucking kidding me? Like, why are you questioning me? I'm bleeding. I was also attacked by scissors.
And you're telling the cops that floating scissors did this.
No, we say we didn't see the culprit.
We didn't see the culprit.
Okay. That's excellent. So I want
The weapon is over there.
I want a fast talk roll from Nastia for we didn't see the culprit, and an intimidate roll from Nora for why are you questioning me? I've been stabbed.
Ah,
68. I did it. I rolled under.
And you failed on the lie. Okay, so the cops can tell that something weird is with you, Nastia, that you're hiding something, that you're not telling them the entire truth. But they do leave Nora alone and don't think that she's guilty. But they question Nastia for a number of hours.
Can I grab the scissors like as evidence or like as something we could use later to like use with our Ouija board or something?
You're gonna grab the evidence of the murder weapon?
Oh yeah, maybe that's a bad idea.
did the cops take it or is it just there?
They certainly took it. You see, some gentlemen in trench coats, smoking openly in the store, bag up the scissors in like a brown paper bag, because that's how evidence collection worked back then, is they just put things in paper bags and we're like, this is the murder weapon. They don't even really have excellent fingerprinting or anything like that at this time. But I think that there should be some sort of consequence for Nastia failing to lie to them. What do you think a good consequence of that would be? Like, what would happen to you, do you think?
I think maybe I'll pay a fine.
Well, I'll tell you one thing is that you think that you pay a fine. I think that actually Nastia gets dragged downtown for questioning for hours and hours.
Yes, I assume that.
And someone actually has to kind of get lawyers involved to get her out of there. And who would be better to help do that than our own friend playing Annabella, the Antiquarian, Miss Megan Gailey, everybody.
Oh my God.
Hi, guys.
You made it!
Sorry, there was a big shipment that came in. And I was doing very intense inventory. And boy, are there some gems.
You're not going to like where you're at, though.
Oh,
Yo,
no.
Megan, I've been stabbed.
But
In the back.
You also went crazy and fell down and have been unconscious. And I am
Millie's
downtown for questioning. Millie died. Kara got stabbed. Magical ghost scissors. And you got to get me a lawyer, girl.
That's a great recap. Yeah.
Wait, the cops. I'm sorry. Can we not tell the cops to dust for fingerprints? Like she's got no fingerprints. It's
1920s. They don't know fingerprints.
Well, there are fingerprints in the 1920s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are. There's not a really, really thorough like international database like there would be like a couple of years later. But they do have fingerprinting. In a city as big as Boston would probably implement it in 1922.
Is Millie dead because of us?
No, the scissors.
The
scissors. We tried to help.
Okay, but we brought her. I mean, we've just fucked up Millie a lot. I feel so bad.
Millie's
dead.
She's
fine.
dead.
She's dead.
She's dead. And so when you awaken and you find this out, poor Annabella, you must go ahead and remove 4 sanity from your sheet.
Okay.
Because you've lost somebody. And then on top of that, you find out as people are kind of fanning you awake there on the floor of the store that Nastia was kind of talking to the cops, and then they sort of got hostile with her and they dragged her downtown. So in order for us to get Nastia out of questioning, out of interrogation in downtown Boston, someone's got to roll credit rating and pull some strings.
Okay, I have good credit rating, right?
I think
I
you have
only
pretty
have
good.
a 20.
I have 40.
I'm sorry, Game Master. Is my back just like, did we put like some cotton on it or something? Or what's happening? Am I just bleeding?
Okay. The game master rules that emergency, medical personnel did tend to your wound, and they gave you a 1 hit point back, and your wound is no longer openly pouring blood onto the floor.
I get an extra hit point?
You get 1 hit point back.
Oh, hell. Well, wait, I didn't lose any hit points, did I?
You lost 6, girl.
Oh, shit, dog. You didn't tell me that. I was at 6, so now I'm at 7. I'm like about to die.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But
Okay,
I've
so
never
should
had
I
more
roll
than
a
that.
credit rating?
That's right. You should try rolling credit rating to get Nastya out of the.
I rolled under.
There you
All
go. I want you to
right.
go ahead and check that. And Nastya, your good pal Annabella, she goes into the local precinct in Boston. And Annabella, you probably what kind of how do you handle like getting your friend out of jail without actually paying? Your friend's not arrested; she's being questioned. So how do you use your credit rating, your standing in the community to get her out?
Well, I would bring up that my husband was killed in the Great War. I've sacrificed a lot for this country, and this friend of mine, Nastya, without her, I don't know my way. I need her to be with me. If my husband cannot be here, then she is the veteran I need by my side.
Great. I love it. You really appeal to their patriotism. And a couple of the cops are like, I was over there too. All right, I'll see what I can do. And pretty
Thank you
soon,
for your service.
Yes. Everybody has a moment and remembers the boys that went overseas in the Great War, the only Great War at this point. And soon Nastya is walking out. Ladies, it is now evening. You're not even sure if you still have a job at DeVore's, but you know that this spirit inside the department store is horrifyingly malefic. What do you do?
So it's night now?
It is, yes, it is twilight.
Could Nora benefit from some rest?
She could. If you sleep all night at this point, you'll get another hit point back. Nora Wilkins.
Yeah, we're gonna sleep. We've had a night.
I feel like we have to tell them in the morning that they shouldn't open the store. They need to like close the store for the day and let us like.
Well, we got to talk to our girl, Lydia. I feel like I would get a hold of, maybe Lydia can come over to our hotel.
And soon Lydia arrives at your hotel and she's like, hi girls, I picked up some pastries.
Oh, thank you, Lydia.
Thank you.
You're a godsend.
When you get stabbed in the back,
Thanks,
fixes it
Lydia.
up like a pastry. Do you have any?
I thought that was just the saying, but it happened.
Is that a pastry in your pocket, or did I just get stabbed?
She says, Nora, how are you feeling?
I have to sleep on my stomach, but I'm okay.
She's a tough girl.
It didn't really. They said I've got a pretty tough exterior, and it didn't get into deep.
Well, Mr. DeVore was all set to fire you.
I believe it. I mean, it went nuts. It was crazy.
But luckily, one of our customers, Mrs. Croydon, saw scissors floating through the air, stabbing Nora in the back after stabbing.
Oh my God!
After
Mrs.
stabbing
Croydon. So there was a witness.
There were some witnesses, and I explained to Mr. DeVore that you're our last hope here. That if you guys don't stop this ghost, who knows who will die next? And the reputation of DeVore's fine department stores will be tarnished forever.
Are you guys going to close tomorrow morning?
What? Oh no,
we were
can't
hoping
close.
you could close the store. I mean, what if that had been a customer? One of your shop girls was brutally murdered in the middle of the day.
Well, I know, but a business must go on. I mean, I mean, it's out of the question that we close the store. I mean,
Aren't you afraid for your safety?
Well, sure, but I take my job seriously, and I am an executive assistant.
Girl, do not die for this job.
You
are capable. You can get a job. I mean,
Lydia, where did you work before this?
Before this, I attended a secretary and clerical school. And before that, I was a teenager.
Okay.
Did you play any sports in high school?
I played. Yes. How did you know?
What's your last, Lydia? What? I'm so sorry. I never got your last name.
Toth.
Toth. Sorry. Where's Buckley's ass?
Well, I assume that he is still at the store handling the.
Sorry, that was more for my friends.
Pardon my French shitstorm that came down with that murder.
Yeah, that's why it's shocking you won't close tomorrow since there was a murder, just for respects to Millie's family, maybe.
Well,
But
Mr. DeVore is very, very friendly with the police commissioner. So I'm sure that even if the authorities wanted us to close the store, he could arrange for our doors to be open. I mean, it is close to, the spring fashion season.
Can
we've
we
got all
ask a
kinds of new
favor?
apparel. Yeah.
Lydia, since he's so in with the police department, can you get us protective gear so when we're fighting ghosts, maybe we don't get as injured? Will they lend us some gear?
I can go see what I can do.
That would be great.
Wait, can I? Is our goal also to still go to like the marketing department and speak to them? Did we ever get a chance to do that, or did we do that?
We did, remember? And it was just like wasn't that the ledge?
No, that was sort of the inventory department.
Oh, gotcha.
The marketing department you had not visited yet.
So, all right,
And that
Lydia.
was where Lloyd Wheeler had been sending a lot of his ideas.
Yeah, so girls, how about we sleep? Lydia, if that's okay. The morning we'll go to the marketing department and then we'll head back to the store and play some games. And if they can get us the scissors, because maybe we can use that for Ouija. If that's a favor he can pull.
I'll see what I can do.
All right, great.
Thank you, Lydia. If you could get
Lydia.
the cops to surrender evidence, that would be amazing.
Well, what I'm going to do is.
Well, it's not Lydia. It's this hot, it's a department store guy.
I'm making some rolls for them to see how they do it at doing you these favors. Okay. So, unless there's any other business, we can cut to the next morning when you go back to investigate again.
Wait, so I get another point back? Whew, I'm at 8 now. Okay.
I know that I came late, but I don't trust Lydia.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
I get a good vibe off her. She's just like riding for us so hard.
I don't know why she wouldn't be afraid to go to work.
It's like she has something to do with it, so she's not scared.
She knows it's not going to come for her.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, you saw I just took 3 hits of a joint, so.
Yeah.
Right.
You guys
Everyone's a suspect right now.
always.
By the way,
suspicious.
so much weed gets smoked during Coven. I love it. It's how you guys do magic.
We're witches.
How we connect with the spirits.
Absolutely. Look, let's do this. It sounds like you guys are kind of discussing the mystery. So, since it has been 2 weeks since you were solving the mystery last, if anybody wants to discuss what they think happened, who they think did it, or where they think the next clue is, maybe now's a good time to do that.
Who? Okay, wait. The letter to Millie that Lloyd sent.
Who is Millie again? I think I'm getting her confused with the woman who lives back in Artem, who we befriended.
No. Millie is the girlfriend of the
You're right.
Wahlberg
Who
guy
was like
we
a
went
party
partying
girl.
with. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she had the lighter.
Okay, great.
And
she's dead.
Yeah, and when Millie got this letter from Lloyd Wheeler, because they used to date, it said, "I can't date you anymore because I like men."
No, it said I don't like girls.
I don't like girls.
Maybe he likes women.
Yeah, you haven't seen the letter specifically, but Millie told you that it hinted that he wasn't interested in her in that way for the reason you have just outlined.
And this,
but you also got a Ouija message from the spirit.
Yeah, Buckley's late again.
Yes, and another one that said, I like girls.
And then that's my promotion. Was that Ouija or was that?
That was, yes.
Okay.
So it's definitely Lloyd that's talking to us, right?
I would think so. But I have a question.
I
Who
wonder
died out of the window? Remember there was like a death.
He didn't die though. He's in the hospital. That's Finn Barr.
Finn, Irish. Okay.
the security guard. Yes. So, yeah, you've gone over some clues now.
And Buckley's just at we haven't had a chance to like speak with Buckley after the bar.
You have not.
That wasn't Buckley. Who was it at the bar, Jared?
It was Buckley and Millie.
Oh, then who's not Buckley? Who's the other guy? Mr.
Harvey.
Clarence Harvey. Yes, the general manager of the store.
Jesus.
And then who's the owner?
DeVore.
Mr. DeVore.
Roland.
And then our friend who Megan thinks is an enemy is Lydia.
And what dirt do we have on Harvey?
All you know about him is that Buckley, who you kept like feeling kind of suspicious about. I mean, he did have, it appears, Lloyd's lighter. Buckley keeps going how tight him and Mr. Harvey are.
Yeah, right. And he also hired Buckley instead of Lloyd for this job.
Yeah, he
seems like Lloyd would have been better.
Yeah, Annabella Harvey was the guy in the cafeteria.
Yeah, he's shady. Okay. Well, we got a bunch of shady characters.
So you have you've reviewed the suspects, the various circumstances, but you have to figure out how to resolve this haunting and get these murders to stop and save the reputation of DeVore's department stores. What do? You have arrived in front of DeVore's. There it is. It looks out on Boston Common. The gray, sleek, new skyscrapery edifice here in 1922 stands before you. The broad glass doors in front of you. What do you do?
We should find like a gossip at the store that might give us the dirts about the dating and the promotion. Like,
wasn't that kind of the elevator guy?
He didn't give us much. He did a spiel.
Yeah, I wonder if we gave him money.
Maybe, or someone
or a girl.
We
could find a girl, like just mosey around perfume and.
Yeah, do you want to try the perfume girls and see what they have to say?
Yeah, if they knew Millie, maybe they'll just start spilling the beans.
Yeah.
You walk in and you head over to cosmetics, which let me see what floor that's on. I think
they're
it's
all
on the
going to
first
run
floor.
Away from us.
Yeah, the first floor is where cosmetics is, and you head over to cosmetics and you see that there are two young women who have perhaps been chosen for the position because of their classical attractiveness. A blonde.
You can just say they're hot.
They're beauty.
Well, but I don't feel that way. I don't feel
like
that
us.
they're hot.
Oh,
I'm not hot
like
for
us.
them.
They're not like us.
To be frank, I just made them up. So I really have no sexual feelings toward them in any way. But one is a blonde and one is a brunette.
Ooh,
the blonde is standing there with perfume and waiting for someone to come by, but nobody's coming by. And the brunette's standing at the counter kind of like...
Okay.
Maybe I can get my makeup done by one and be like, I don't have any teeth. Can you put makeup on me? And then
do you have any makeup that kind of draws attention away from the fact that I'm missing my
But that's how we can get her talking for so long. You
Maybe
know what
a
I mean?
blush, something.
Yeah, I'm sure she'd want to talk to your toothless mouth.
No, you guys can talk.
We'll chat. Hi.
Hi, would you like to try a free sample?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's enough. Thank you. Our friend also was interested in getting her makeup done.
Absolutely. Gina, we have someone here who would like to have her makeup done. Great. Sit down.
Hi,
Nastia,
Gina.
don't open your mouth.
Wow, you have a really distinctive face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You have
awake.
I'm
kidding.
You have a lot of character. Let me just, what would be great is a lot of bass.
Great.
And she starts, doing you up.
Can we ask these girls Can we ask you ladies a couple questions?
Sure.
How long have you guys worked here?
And then Gina answers. She looks over to you and goes, "How about 3 months?"
Did you know Millie?
And they both look really nervous, and they're like, "Yes, so if you're a reporter, Mr. Harvey says we're not supposed to talk to anybody."
No, we're not reporters. We
No,
work
we're not.
for Mr. DeVore.
We're like, fun witches. We're trying to solve things.
Gina looks over and it's like, "They're the women who were here doing the magic."
Yes.
She
got stabbed.
You want to see the bloody gauze that's on my back?
She got stabbed. I mean, we're invested in this.
Look, I'm terrified that, I don't know, like one of these perfume bottles is just going to come to life and start pouring itself into my throat. But I need this job. So I'm here.
Why do you need it so badly?
I have rent to pay. I have mouths to feed. I have a kid at home. This girl is like 21.
So what do you think's going on?
Yeah. Do you know about Millie? Who was she dating? Who got the promotions? Like, give us the scoop on everyone. Who's Lloyd Wheeler? Like, chit chat.
Well, and this is Gina. Gina, she's like, all I can tell you is that Millie was dating someone else in the store, and then he left, and then it was all about Buckley. She's, she's playing the game we gals have to play.
But you don't know
the other story with Lloyd. Did you guys know Lloyd?
No, we're part of what we call the new crew. We came in recently, but apparently that's the man she was seeing, and now she's seeing Buckley because he's on his way up, and Lloyd was on his way out.
Why was he on his way out?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I just heard that he quit or something. I don't know what happened.
Who's one of the old hires?
Yeah, like what about did Mr. Harvey hire you?
That's right.
And how did you find out about the job? How did you meet Harvey?
Well, we answered an ad in the paper.
Nice.
Okay. Who's been working here the longest?
Geez, I mean, they've turned everyone over, really. I mean, Mr. Harvey's been here a long time.
Who's like?
Do you know Lydia? Do you know
there
Lydia?
Might be some people on. Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and she's worked here a long time.
A very long time, I believe. Yeah. You know what'd be great on you is a lot of lipstick.
I like a heavy eye.
And then you could have like a full kind of a closed lip.
Her
just like kind of a.
Your lips would be like caved in.
Just
lady, I don't appreciate the bullying. I usually have teeth. I don't know why you're talking to me like that.
I didn't mention teeth, did I?
Shut the fuck up. So should we talk to Lydia? But so no one else that's not one of the people in charge.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh, Nastia does look good with a full lip.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
You look
she got a full lip and a dark eye.
I'm just excited that the image is still up to date because the mouth isn't open, right? Yeah.
So there's no one old that's not someone in charge.
Let me see if I know anybody. Oh, you know what? There is an old man that works out on the loading dock. Crawford, Mr. Crawford. You can't miss him. He looks like he's 90 years old, and somehow they have him schlepping boxes back and forth. But be careful because he likes to make comments.
Okay.
What's okay?
Like you've made a lot of comments too.
He hasn't. He hasn't done any of that, but you can tell it's something he'd be interested in.
I know, but like 90, honestly, 90 is like pretty harmless.
So you can go talk to this old employee, or you can follow some other line of inquiry. She finishes your makeup, and let's see how she does.
Someone in the chat had a good idea.
She does not a great job on your makeup.
Let's see.
It's not awful, but it's like clearly she was trying something. You know what I mean? You don't want someone to get creative in that situation.
Yeah.
Can I ask for a makeup wipe?
Of course.
Thank you so much.
I do think we're supposed to tip them if they do your makeup, right?
I think we'll save their lives.
That's when the other girl, Florence, comes in and is like, now here are some of the products that you just tried.
Oh, no.
And I think that they would really work for you. You could experiment, you could find out, the exact amount that's right for you. And she's giving you the full spiel, but you guys can just walk away or do whatever you like.
Okay, great. Yeah.
We're gonna
Thanks, bye.
Someone in the chat had a good idea.
Great.
What?
You can use ideas from
An
the chat.
ex-employee.
Yeah, that's good. An ex-employee if there's no one old here. I mean, let's go talk to this old man, but then if we don't get anything, we got to branch out.
Okay. So you want to go back
Can I just ask really quickly though, like, what are we looking for?
Well, yeah,
Like, it's
because it
pretty
seems like
clear
we
that
know
Lloyd is the one
yeah.
that's doing this, right?
Yes.
So what are we?
And it's Buckley's. So we just have to figure out like how Lloyd is doing it, or like what Buckley is doing. Is someone possessing a ghost of Lloyd? Is Lloyd just a pissed off ghost? Like,
And we don't know where Lloyd is. Like, Lloyd's not dead, right?
Let's be clear. Your objective, just to be clear, is to rid the store of the haunting. That's how you get paid. And you want to get paid because you need dentures, among other things. So you need to figure out how to get rid of this ghost. So how do you think you can do that? And certainly you may talk to the older gentleman who worked on the loading dock if you'd like.
I mean, I feel like we just need to make contact with the ghost again and be like,
Yeah,
what do you
Lloyd.
want? We need you to
What
leave.
do you want? Yeah.
All right, let's go to the 5th floor and do that.
Okay. You are heading up to the 5th floor. And you get into the elevator with Lyle.
I mean, we can talk to him while we're here.
Oh, you're back.
Hi.
Hop in, ladies. Where are we headed? Wow, there are 10 floors of fun here at Divorce.
Lyle,
how
long
fingers.
have you worked here?
Well, I've worked here for several months.
Dude, a girl just died. Why are you smiling so big?
I was told that if I don't smile, especially today,
yeah, but it's just
mean
us.
My job.
It's just us. Like, cut loose. Like, relax. You can be honest with us. We know what, chill out.
Give him a persuade roll and persuade him to be comfortable.
Okay. Oh, mine is bad. I only have a 10.
I only have a 10
Persuade
too.
is also a 10.
No, nobody took persuade, so nobody has persuasion.
No, I'm gonna roll, right?
Okay, go for it. Yeah, you could get better at it.
No.
I got barely over.
Okay.
I guess I'll roll, but I mean, I'm not gonna. Yep, way over.
Can I fast talk him?
Yeah, you could try. What are you trying to get him to say? What are you trying to get him to do? Tell you
anything real. I feel him in the Twilight Zone. Like, no one's reacting. Everyone's like a lemming. Like, I gotta just be here. I'm like, floating scissors are around. Like, we need to understand what's happening here.
Yeah,
like, no one is bothered.
I thought maybe they had something on that woman who did your makeup, because it's like, this just seems like a reckless job to have.
I just want something to connect these two. I just need one more clue, because right now, looking at everything, I just don't understand. I know we're just going to the ghost, but why not try to get info on the way up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you are getting into the elevator, Lydia is suddenly rushing toward the elevator, and she gets in with you.
I thought we were already in there. That's weird.
Well, it hadn't started going up yet. And so she hops in, and she's like 10th floor, and she's like, good news. It looks like they're going to release the scissors to Mr. DeFore.
Wow.
In fact, I think we have them here now. If you need to look at them, they're up on the 10th floor.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go get those.
But not the protective gear?
Oh, and yes, I did procure you some protective gear. We do have to stop at the 5th floor inventory, and I can get it for you.
Yeah,
let's
go to the 5th floor. Great.
All right, Lydia.
Do you still want to try to get something out of Lyle? You certainly can.
Not in front of Lydia.
No.
Okay, great.
We don't.
Ding! 5th floor. Lydia walks you out into the inventory. You go past the sad woman who eats her lunch beside the big cage of merchandise. And what they give you is that they didn't get it from the cops. They just have sporting gear. So they've got like old leather football helmets and like pads and stuff that you can wear.
That's exciting.
big gloves like that people would use to play
Sweet.
sports and things like that.
Nice.
And so if you want to armor yourselves in that, you may.
Yeah. We're gonna look like the little giants. Yeah.
Is this something that you normally do in your investigations? Is wear protective padding?
I'll be honest.
never
with
been
you,
attacked
Lydia,
with
I've never been
scissors.
stabbed in the goddamn shoulder blades. So now I dress like a little league football player, a little Pee Wee football player when I do my investigations.
All right, let's grab the scissors. Let's go back to the 5th floor and let's Ouija it out.
So you're going to come up to the 10th floor and get the scissors?
Or should we stay? Wait, can we stay? Can we stay and not go? Because I'd rather try once without the scissors. It's dangerous with the scissors.
Okay, she'll go get them on the 10th floor, and you guys can stay here if you'd like, or you can go with her.
She can come down. She can come down. We'll wait here.
Okay, so you're on the 5th floor now. You can make your any kind of seance you'd like, and she'll go get the scissors that she thinks that we're giving to Mr. DeVore.
Lydia's a helper.
She is a helper. She's a helper character, right?
Yeah.
It's good to throw those in somewhere.
I just didn't want to go up there with DeVore and the scissors. I don't know.
No problem.
Something in my gut felt.
Well, then that's good.
She walks over to the elevator and she goes, "I'll be right back." And then the door shuts. And there's a little bit of an ominous feeling. You're now alone in the inventory wing. It's just rows and rows of stuff that they're going to put out in the store later, or that has been discontinued, wasn't selling. And you know that on this floor at the end of the warehouse, on the front of the store, there are these big windows where something happens. Something keeps drawing you here. So I want to know what you're doing. Why you're doing another seance? What are you trying to find out?
Anything.
What do you want? What do you want?
Okay. Go ahead and give me your second sight roll again, Nastya. And are you using the Ouija board or something else?
I think we're doing a combo crystal ball Ouija board.
Okay.
And I got my amulet out as well.
Okay, great. Go for it.
All right.
Are we assuming that Lloyd is dead since we're communicating with him through a Ouija board, or can somebody communicate with you?
Well, we're gonna find out what
it could be. Even if it's not Lloyd, it's a ghost.
Okay.
It's somebody that I hope wants something.
What did you get? What did you find?
I failed.
Oh shit.
Would you like to push the roll?
I do, yes.
So if you push this roll, you realize that if you get it wrong again, something horrible happens.
Oh God.
That's what happens when you push a roll, but if you succeed, you just get something good.
That's real persuasive. I mean, I'm rolling. Okay.
Here we go.
We don't gotta get paid. I got the exact same number. That seems fucking fucked up.
So here is what I'm going to do. You guys are all kind of chanting, sitting around the Ouija board here on the 5th floor. Again, the bright daylight is kind of coming in. You can see the city of Boston out before you. A pigeon actually lands on the ledge and is like looking at you guys because it's so strange that you're doing this at like 11 in the morning. And then suddenly, Nastya, you feel yourself somewhere else. You're looking into the crystal ball and you feel yourself somewhere else, and you realize you're hanging from the outside of the building.
Oh,
you're hanging from the outside of the building. Just Nastya right now. I'm just dealing with Nastya. You're hanging from the outside of the building, and that pigeon is kind of like looking down at you. And your fingers are trying to hold on to the edge of the building, and you can't quite keep your grip. Give me a strength roll.
Am I really out there?
Give me a strength roll.
Okay. I failed.
Nastya falls. Her fingers go loose from the edge of the ledge. She falls, and Nastya, you twist in the air, and you see that 5th floor ledge. It hangs out a little farther than the rest of the building. You were up on the higher floors hanging on.
What?
That 5th floor ledge is right there. The 5th floor, it has like kind of a terrace kind of effect around the building, and your body smashes into the 5th floor ledge, and your brains splatter out across the terrace, and suddenly you awaken from this horrible vision.
Oh
and
my
you roll
God.
your sanity.
Jared, I thought you were killing her.
no, I know.
Good. I'm glad it's scary.
Oh my God.
How did your sanity go?
I got 67 and I have a 78, so pretty good.
You did great, and you have a very nice high sanity, thank God. So
Your sanity is like twice my sanity.
So I'm gonna still dock you 2 sanity for that horrifying vision. Interesting
that you were up on the 10th floor.
Yeah.
So people are they took you through how they were murdered, I think, and they were thrown off the 10th floor.
Ding. The elevator doors open and Lydia comes out and she comes back into the warehouse and sees what you guys are doing. She's like, "Oh, doing this again." I have some bad news.
What?
The scissors, well, they seem to have been misplaced.
Why would you who would misplace magical floating scissors?
Well, I don't know.
I think they floated away.
All right, Lydia.
Well, that's what we're afraid of at this point.
This is my favor. Let me know, girls. Can we get everyone out of the 10th floor? And we need to do this up there.
Probably not. Mr.
Do they want us? People are dying in your store.
And the murder weapon that just killed one of your shop girls is now missing.
Okay, well, I mean, perhaps you could come up and help me convince Mr. DeVore?
Of course.
Great, we're happy to.
Of course. Who else is up there besides him?
Well, Mr. Harvey is up there again.
Again?
Yes, he's trying to convince him to terminate your employment again.
Okay, well then let's take a field trip.
Okay. Everybody starts to head up in the elevator. Lyle's there. He's like, and the elevator starts to go up.
Nice.
As you are headed up from the 5th floor to the 10th floor, suddenly the elevator shudders.
Cool.
And then the box dips suddenly, and everybody needs to give me a dex roll.
Dex.
Yes, I got a 1.
I rolled over.
I went under.
Okay, so that just means that Annabella, you just lose your footing and you fall onto your ass.
I'm okay with that.
And Lyle, the elevator operator, is going, and the box goes and dips again sickeningly. And I need to know what you would like to do because something's happening with this elevator right now.
Get out the Ouija
Lydia,
board.
has this ever happened? Lydia, has this happened? What's going on?
Okay, let's do this in dex order. So Nora, I think you act first. Annabella, what's your dexterity again?
35.
Oh, okay. So yes, it'll be Nora, then Nastia, and then Annabella. So Nora, what would you like to do now that this elevator seems to be? Well, actually, Lyle yells out, "I think the cable might be breaking." What would you like to do?
Okay, how do we get out of here? What's the emergency protocol? How do we get out of here?
And he points, and there is, kind of a hatch at the top that you could climb up to and kind of pop out.
That's dangerous. I think it's better to stay in the box than out of the box. No way. No fucking way.
Okay, well, Nora, it's your turn. You are choosing your action. What would you like to do?
I don't know. What else is there to do when you're in an elevator that's about to fucking plummet to the bottom of the...
Well, I mean, what would your character do? And, you can certainly be like, my character gets angry and just punches the elevator operator. Or you could be like, my character cowers in fear and screams. Or you could do something to save yourself. Because I just want the Coven ladies to know, I will kill your characters tonight. I am that much of a weird, messed up son of a bitch.
And then what happens?
And then I guess there has to be a new Coven, the next generation. Maybe Olivia grows up.
Let me just go up on the door and see let me just go up through the trap door and see if I can stop this from happening.
Hey, now that's called taking action. Give me a climb roll to get up there.
Wait, you didn't tell me climb was involved. I have a 20.
Climb.
Okay,
Cyrus, the climb.
If people help her, I'll give her extra dice to do it.
We'll
I'll help her. She can stand on my back.
Yeah, booster.
All right. So if everybody helps her, I'm going to not only give her a bonus die, I'm also going to give her plus 20%. So
What's a bonus die?
A bonus die means you roll the tens die twice and take the better of the two rolls.
Cool.
Wait, is the tens die the one that is just the one that's double digits?
That's right.
So wait, do I just okay? Tell me what I do. I roll.
So you're going to roll. So I'm doubling your skill because everybody, including Lyle and Lydia, are helping to push you up, Nora. Okay, they're all helping you, and so I'm doubling.
Wait, I just rolled and got a 0 on my tens die and an 8 on my regular die.
Hey, you did it! You didn't even need the extra die.
Ooh.
Everybody pushes.
And 8's my lucky number.
Nora, you pop open the hatch at the top. You're looking into the long elevator shaft. You were on the 5th floor. It went up a couple floors, so you're not that far from the top. But Nora, what you see outside is the cables to the elevator and chopping away at them as hard as it could. The scissors, that's right. And that costs.
Guys, I hate those little fuckers. Now, what do I do?
I want one more sand roll from you from seeing that, because you knew the scissors could attack, but you didn't know how malevolent they truly were.
I got a 28, and I have a 37.
You lose no sanity. Your action, though, was climbing up here. It looks like it might be up to Nora, guys, unless everybody helped her. So it's Nora. I'm going to say we come back around to Nora's turn again. Nora, what are you going to do? You come out of the top of the elevator. You see the scissors hacking away.
At it. Can you like?
Yeah, Annabella's shouting from inside. Throw something at it. What do you do, Nora?
What do I throw at it? What do I
shoe?
have?
Your shoe. Take your shoe off.
Nora, you have a whole inventory.
I throw my shoe at the scissors.
Nice.
I love that. Do you have any throw skill?
God, these skills, they just keep
20.
on coming.
I have a 20.
My throw is a 20.
Okay.
You gave this character nothing but like fucking attitude.
No, I only have a 20. I don't think we could throw. I just don't know if that's a skill we learned.
Do you want to just grab them?
Grab
is it close? Are they close?
Yeah, you could like reach up there and try to grab them. They're right there in front of you trying to hack away at the cable.
Okay, I'm trying to grab them.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a fighting roll.
You're in Fight Club, bitch. You can do this.
True, but my fighting is at least 30. That's better. I don't have high hopes for this. Way over.
Okay, it's not really a combat. Do you want to push?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna roll again, and if you fail again, something terrible happens.
15.
Seriously?
Yes.
Check your fighting.
Yes.
So Nora is like grabbing at the cable where these scissors are, and they keep just sliding around. And then Nora just like shimmies one way, shimmies the other, and grabs the scissors. And Nora, you now have the scissors, and they're like fighting you with like telekinetic force. I'm going to let the other girls take an action if they want. So it comes to Nastya next. Nastya, do you want to do anything?
Should I help her down and put what do we do with this? Should I help with the scissors in any way, or do I Ouija? I'm going to Ouija. I'm going to crystal ball.
Hey, Jared, I'm sorry. I was checking I couldn't find my pencil and I was checking my fighting. Did I get the scissors? No.
You're
wrestling.
Yes, you have them. You're wrestling with them. You're fighting with them up there. As the elevator kind of like sinks, like kind of you can see that the cable is like kind of tenuous and starting to break. Yes, you can pull out your crystal ball, Nastya, and give me a second sight roll. That's what allows you to communicate with the dead. See what happens when you try to communicate with the dead.
Oh my God.
I failed.
Okay, of course you can push, but I mean
I'm gonna push. I gotta push.
Okay, you know what something bad happens if you push and fail, go for it.
I failed.
Oh no.
Okay, so what I'm gonna rule is that suddenly like Nastya, like you see like this like broken body of a young man stick his head down into the elevator. No one else sees that. They're all yelling up at Nora, but Nora, the scissors quit fighting you. because this apparition claws its way down into the elevator, and it looks into Nastia's face, and it grabs hold of her. Nastia, first of all, to see this man who's like his entire spine is broken, his arm is backward. You can tell that his face hit something very quickly, and then like half of it smeared off. To see this man, I need a sanity roll from you.
I'm kind of happy that it left the scissors. Okay, sanity.
You have high sanity, I feel like.
Oh, guess what? It's 77 and I got 76.
Wow.
Okay, so you
That's pretty
succeed.
good.
You succeed, and I'm only going to cost you 1 sanity to see this thing because Nastia has seen ghosts before. And
yeah, I'm chill. This is
you're
what I came. This is what I came for.
But the thing, the spirit does like grab a hold of you, Nastia, and it starts to kind of struggle with you psychically. Annabella, what would you like to do?
Can
Lydia and Lyle are just kind of
like
screaming and shouting,
there?
by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, well, they're screaming and shouting.
I mean, can I don't see this man. Can I like grab onto Nastia? Can I like slap her to get him?
Why would you slap me?
Well, because I don't know if I can see him. I don't know if he's taken over your body or
and
something.
I can tell you, Nastia, that from Annabella's point of view, your eyes are like going back in your head. You're just like holding your crystal ball, which is like glowing brightly.
Don't I have first aid skills? Can I like get her
smelling
popping?
salts or something?
Yeah.
If you use first aid on her right now, you might be able to help her in whatever struggle she's using. Yes, you may.
Okay.
Great.
I got over.
Okay, so basically, Annabella's slapping Nastia across the face, trying to make her snap out of it. But Nastia is just sitting there like, and now we come back to Nora. Nora, what are you going to do? Your friend,
I'm on top of the elevator holding the scissors.
Yes, and I can tell you that you can see just a little bit above you. You can see that there is like an elevator door to like the 9th floor. And then below you, you can hear your friends screaming, and like something is going on in the bottom of the elevator. You can hear like Nastia kind of like weirdly chanting and like gurgling.
I don't know what to do. Should I like try to get out the 9th floor? What does that help anybody?
Well,
I would rather be there than an elevator.
Sure, but then I'm abandoning everybody.
You do have these scissors. Like, if the scissors get close to the ghost, like...
Yeah, can I use the scissors to, like, stab this ghost? But I can't see this ghost, right?
Nobody sees them but Nastia.
What if I give the scissors to Nastia? Can she defend herself with the scissors? They are kind of magical.
Maybe she could. Would you like to try that?
Yeah, I like when you say magical.
Okay, so Nora, you're like, Nastia, scissors, and you kind of drop them down to her, and here's what happens. The scissors drop in front of Nastia. Nastia, you can choose to grab them if you want, but you and the ghost are about to have a psychic battle. So what do you do when those scissors fall in front of you? What do you do?
I hope that I catch that. Well, I don't want to hurt him. I want to catch them, and then like not to cut myself. And then I want to just be like, we're here to help you. I want to like psychically try to communicate, like, or if I can yell at him, maybe both. I'm here to help you. Who did this to you? Like,
what do you want?
What do you want? Chill out. Like, we
want to put the heart of Tafiti back into Ka.
We are on your side, bro. Whoever did this to you will fucking deal with it.
Okay. And you're gonna do that while holding the scissors at him like a crucifix. And you're yelling this, and so what I would like is some kind of like roll from you. Roll your power. Roll your power. But I do think the scissors they kind of act as this like object of power right now. So you can roll your power, and you can get a bonus die, meaning you get you roll the 10s die twice and take the better of the two.
I crushed it.
What did you roll?
I rolled an 18, and my power is 80.
He rolled a 15 in his power.
What the fuck? So
his power is not 80. You got it. You got yours by more. So you barely win this exchange. And basically Nastia is saying the power of Christ compels you. Well, not Christ, but with a pair of scissors. And finally, he, let's see. before he leaves your mind, Nastia, before he leaves your mind, he says, Buckley didn't make the climb. I did.
I'm just thinking of the Miley Cyrus song.
I know. That's what I said earlier.
Oh, you did?
Climb. Yeah.
And
Buckley didn't make the climb. I did.
So here's the thing that's left to do. The apparition disappears in front of you, Nastia. It's gone again. And you're all sitting in this elevator, and it once again like shifts, and let's see if it falls. Okay, you got very lucky that time, but it's about to fall. So I want rolls to get out onto the 9th floor and get out of here. And you guys can do it as a group action. One of you can be the leader, and the others can just kind of roll to help them.
What are we rolling? Dexterity?
Climb?
I'm going to rule that, yes, you can roll dexterity to get out. Now that Nora's already climbed out, she can help you out. So
I have a 60 dexterity.
I have a low one. So
Wait,
I'm gonna need
I
some
had a
help.
65, Jared, and I just rolled a 65. Does Ty go to the runner or what?
it goes to the runner. It goes to
Okay,
you. So
great.
you're the group leader. Let's see how your friends did.
I failed.
How'd you do, Nastia?
I failed.
Okay. It's okay. So the way I work these things is I give a bonus die if people succeed in helping you. Well, they both failed. So Nora, you had to like haul their asses out of there yourself, and that was stressful for you. So I want you to
You
take.
guys also know that I have a open wound in my back. Just
No,
saying.
but like we couldn't get out. It's hard.
I want
upper body strength.
No.
I want you guys to. I want Nora. I want you to take 2 sanity loss for having to help these people out of there. Actually, take 4 because you have to help Lyle and Lydia as well. Yeah, you have to help all of them.
Oh no.
Well, can't we
So
help
rude.
Lyle and Lydia?
And you manage to jam open the elevator door to the 9th floor, and you arrive on the 9th floor, and you can see that the sign on the wall says marketing.
Oh god.
I knew we should have gone to fucking
And then
marketing.
all these brightly lit drawings of like how different displays will be decorated. There's also a area where they've pinned up newspaper ads and articles about the store when it's been mentioned in the the Boston Globe or whatever. And there's a couple desks with ladies working at them. Lydia and Lyle spill out. And they're like, Lydia's like, I should probably call someone about that elevator and try to get the store shut down. So she runs over to one of the desks and is talking with one of the ladies that works in marketing and gets on her phone and starts making phone calls. What do you guys want to do?
I need to take a breather, honestly. No.
You can do that. You really can.
No.
So the only new information we have.
Bully didn't make the climb. I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
is there some kind of marketing thing called the climb?
Time out. I have an idea. I don't know. Listen. So, we keep thinking like, who wronged him? Who wronged him? Maybe he's just a psychopath. Maybe he's bad news and we have to rid him like he's a bad guy and he's not. Like, I think someone else just got a job and he fucking flipped.
Because I don't think that, I think that he didn't take us on this whole story about Buckley being sketchy and Harvey being sketchy for no reason. I think that there is definitely more of a story.
So what was the deal with marketing?
Well metagamed, honey. Go ahead.
I do. What was the reason for wanting to go to marketing?
That he kept pitching ideas to marketing and they didn't like him.
Yeah.
Or maybe they stole their ideas.
That's what I'm wondering. If there's something called the climb or some kind of I don't know, something.
Let's go read the newspaper clippings.
Make a spot hidden or library use, girls. You can choose.
Both of us?
I have a good spot hidden.
Whoever is doing this.
I have a
My library is 50.
I have a 25 spot hidden.
I can't.
I'm going to do library for us.
No, I failed, but not too badly.
Go ahead. And how did you do?
I got 50 out of 50 for library.
Well, guess what? I'm going to have you check that because this is an important roll.
Whoa.
And here is what you find. It's not on the wall, clipped up. but you do find in one of their filing cabinets under newspaper clippings a newspaper clipping about a publicity stunt. It happened a couple months ago. In order to get more attention for the store, why a brave high steel worker was going to climb the entire height of the DeVore building right there near Boston Common. The newspaper account says that things got a bit scary for a moment when the climber fell, and it looked like he had been hurt or even killed when he landed on the 5th floor terrace. But soon he waved to the crowd, told them he was fine, and started the climb again and made it all the way up to the 10th floor.
What?
The climber, the stunt man, was a man named Jim Buckley.
Buckley didn't do the climb. I did.
I think what happened was the guy did die. It was Lloyd Wheeler. He did die. And that Buckley just like posed as him to do the rest of the climb and then got the promotion to keep it all quiet.
But is the ghost...
Nora, take one sanity. Get one sanity back.
Thank you.
Wow. Excellent.
Wait, can you say it again?
Yeah,
they did this publicity stunt, and Lloyd Wheeler was like the one that was climbing. He did fall, he did die, and they quickly got Buckley to be like, just kidding, it's me, I'm all right, and keep climbing.
That just seems like they really pulled one over on him.
But like nobody was up there, so everybody's looking from down below.
It's terraced. So they saw him hit.
Yeah.
And then he crawled out.
And then he's like, Pop, I'm okay. And it's just this guy, Buckley. And now suddenly Buckley has this great job at the store. Okay. Like this is all part of a cover-up.
Okay,
this is so fucked up.
We're on Lloyd Wheeler's side.
But you know. A different Buckley name. Yeah. You said, what did you say?
Me?
No, Jared. Jim Buckley? It was a different Buckley, right?
Jim Buckley, no, that's the guy that you met before, the guy that talks like this. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I mean, everyone must know. Lydia knows, DeVore knows, Buckley knows, Millie knew, everybody knows.
I think we gotta let this ghost be in a room with all those people with his scissors and let him have at it.
Well, I don't think we're gonna get paid if that happens, though.
That's true. My bad.
And I'm just trying to get you some teeth.
So we've come to an interesting moment.
Wait, was Buckley supposed to do the climb originally?
It says that he was hired in the article. It says that he was hired to do this stunt. But then you may.
It was late.
Take another point of sanity, Nora.
Yeah, he was
I'm
late.
Getting real fucking sane right now.
Nora is solving this fucking crime down. Buckley was late, and so Lloyd had to do it, and he fucking died. Or did Buckley push him out the 10th window, too? Is there even more?
I don't know.
I mean, Buckley's bad.
Yeah. They're all bad. They know. Why did they call us? They know who the ghost is. Like, that's crazy.
Because they want us to get the ghost to leave.
They just want us to exercise him and not even
the ghost out of here.
Who do they think we are? Women?
No, they could have told us who the ghost was. It really would have cut to the chase. They could have been like, even not tell us what happened. Lloyd Wheeler, he jumped and now he's dead and there's a ghost. Like
Lydia walks over and is like, "Okay, I think we're gonna have to shut the store down. I think I've convinced Mr. DeVore, and they're sending people to deal with that elevator. What's wrong?"
Thanks, Lydia.
We know.
You know what?
We know who the ghost is.
Who?
Lloyd.
Lloyd Wheeler.
Yeah.
Well, we
thought
know that he
just died on the day of the climb.
What do you mean? Why did you think he terminated his employment?
Well, because he gave us a resignation letter, and then he didn't show up for work. That was several months ago.
So you're not saying that he fell doing a marketing stunt?
He climbed to the top of.
No. That was Buckley. Buckley was the climber. He worked on the high steel.
Buckley was late, and so Lloyd went up.
Oh. Really?
Lydia, you really didn't know any of this?
Girl, you're fucking with us. The
People
jig
can
is up.
roll psychology.
Oh, I have a 45 in psychology. It's not nothing.
I have a 10. Oh my God, what a sad widow.
Oh, I rolled a 44. Sorry. I'm going to wake up my child.
I rolled under as well.
Okay, I'm not going to have you check it, but I am going to say that Nora and Nastia, who succeeded, are pretty sure that Lydia's on the level here right now. She's not lying.
Okay.
She's not lying.
So, we know who it is, so now we just have to get him out of here.
Wait, that whole publicity stunt was Lloyd Wheeler's idea, but he was working on it with Mr. Harvey.
So I think this guy's not going to stop until Harvey or Buckley or both pays for what happened.
But why is he killing all these other people instead of just going for these guys?
Well, why don't you roll occult?
Yeah, I don't.
Cool. I have a good occult. Let's go.
Go for it.
Yes, I got under.
This is just because you asked the question, Nastia. This doesn't seem like a particularly smart ghost. He hasn't been able to communicate with you as clearly as some of the other spirits you've met in the past. Yeah. Remember the young man you met that was like a manifestation of anyway, this might be a poltergeist, a pretty savage ghost. So there is some friendly fire sometimes. People who aren't exactly the target of the vengeance are getting hit.
This is not going to be a popular idea, but should we try to expel the ghost and then hand this information perhaps to the authorities? So Buckley, it is like negligent homicide or something.
Yeah, but the cops are friends with this guy.
I have an idea.
What?
Well, Mr. Harvey's upstairs right now. Mm-hmm. So if we can get him to, admit, or Mr. Buckley to admit that some of this happened, I might be able to record it.
Great idea.
Okay.
So let's go up there and confront them.
Let's go have a good time.
Let's take the stairwell.
Yeah, hell yeah, girl.
Lydia, I'm really sorry. I doubted you, and you've been a loyal friend.
I was perfectly willing to believe that Lydia was bad.
That's quite all right.
I went along with it.
It's okay.
That's quite all right. In business, you have to watch your back. And then she knocks open the stairwell door and goes up it.
I hope she gets to join our company.
We're going to need a secretary when we start going into business.
Yes.
Guys, these are great ideas.
Lydia's going to be our Annie Potts at the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, she is.
You blast your way through, you don't blast, but you push your way out of the heavy stairwell fire door into the carpeted confines of the 10th floor. You can see that Roland DeVore's huge suite office door is open. You can see his big, panoramic window through it. But you can see that he is in conversation with both Jim Buckley and Clarence Harvey, and you can hear Harvey you can hear Buckley saying, like, I'm telling you that they're making it worse. They've created this problem for us. We got to get rid of them.
So,
hello.
Hi,
ding dong.
Good news. We've solved the ghost.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got rid of it?
We know who it is. The getting rid of it, that's actually what we came up here to talk to you about.
Clarence Harvey goes, I'm of the opinion, and I think Rolly here is starting to agree with me.
This is a fake accent. You didn't talk like this last time.
I didn't?
No, I don't trust you one bit. Don't try to intimidate us.
I believe I did talk like this.
Well, it's weird that you guys don't want to know who the ghost is. I said we knew and you didn't ask.
Finally, Roland DeVore, the big boss, is like, okay, ladies, maybe I'm going to fire you. Maybe I'm going to pay you. Who's the ghost?
It's Lloyd.
It's Lloyd Wheeler, who we know died during the marketing stunt of the of climbing of the building, and you guys covered it up. Buckley and Harvey.
Wait. Oh, these two covered it up.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How did we do that? What are you talking about? Yes, where is your proof that we covered it up?
Well, we've been communicating with the ghost per Mr. DeVore hiring us to do that, and the ghost has told us. Now, you know there's a ghost here, and we are talking to it, so don't try and pretend that that's some wacky shit.
And his body was mangled.
Make psychology rolls as you're looking at them.
My psychology is bad.
Ooh, I have a 45 psychology and I rolled a 44 again. I don't know how
this is Kara, you're really on tonight.
I don't know how this is happening.
I failed.
I failed.
Nora, these guys like are keeping like a real straight face, and they're acting like they're so insulted and like disgusted that these women would come up and accuse them of such a thing. But you can see that the second you guys accuse them, like they've been kind of like giving each other looks every once in a while, like furtive looks, like they are very nervous. So right now you've got to get them to admit.
Also have Lloyd's lighter or no?
Yeah, we have to get them to admit because Lydia's taping them.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, you hear Lydia kind of shuffling around out in her little, kind of secretarial area right outside the door. So she's doing something. So how are you going to get them to admit? And maybe it's a skill roll. It's got to be a skill roll and RP. Right now, you've got to figure out, you got to tell me what you do to get them to slip up.
What's RP?
Role playing, my love.
Well, so what's a skill roll that I have to roll?
So you would choose, you tell me what skill roll you could use, but then you need to also I'm going
to like intimidate them and be like, oh, okay. I mean, if you guys just want us to leave, then this murderous killer who is after the two of you is just going to stick around. So unless you guys want to tell us what really happened, and then we can try to get rid of him.
Yeah.
We don't want to do anything to you guys. We just want to help get the ghost out of here.
Because if you don't admit this shit, like I'll bring the ghost out, and then you're not going to like it.
Make your intimidation roll,
Nora. Able to
Nora.
do that. She's done it before.
Make your intimidation roll, Nora, and you can add 10% because Nastia just threatened to bring the ghost out.
What does that mean, add 10%?
Make it 10% higher than it normally is, your skill. So
what's
like if it's 45, it's 55.
So if I have 10% of 75 means it would be 7.5% higher than 75.
No, dear. So it's normally 75, add 10, 85.
85. You said
roll under 85.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, and I got a 29.
Okay. So you can see that they're not breaking yet, but when especially when Nastia kind of adds, I'll bring the ghost out. I'll bring him out right now. Like they're kind of like they suddenly get like very angry with you, and they're like, come on, RD, get rid of these liars. Like,
you almost said cunts, didn't you? You almost said cunts.
And they have shut down business today. Like these guys are like spitting and screaming, and like you can see DeVore kind of sitting back in his chair and kind of looking.
Mr. DeVore, the ladies doth protest too much, don't you think?
But you haven't quite cracked them yet.
Bring them out.
I need one more tactic. I need one more tactic. What is that tactic going to be? You got them close. You see a crack, but it hasn't broken yet.
Listen, boys, the cops are on their way. We've already called them, so I guess you gotta get your story straight.
Yeah, you can do the ghost or the cops. Can Nastia just start the process of getting the ghost?
Yeah.
Don't let her do this. Don't let her do this, RD. Like, surely we're not going to humor this kind of thing. She's not going to do her voodoo mumbo jumbo in the middle of your office. And then Roland DeVore's like, I think I'd like to see the ghost. Yeah, bring him out here. I think I'd like to talk to him.
This is my moment. Okay. Second sight?
I think so, but first I want to tell you that as you prepare, Nastia, the sunlight outside, it's a beautiful spring day, but clouds move over the sun and things get kind of dark and this like penthouse office, and everybody starts to kind of look at each other. And now, Nastia, are you going to roll second sight for me?
Yeah.
And what are you using? Your Ouija? Are you using your crystal ball? Are you using your amulet?
No, crystal ball has been effective. I think I like it.
And we have the scissors, right?
But can we do both? I mean, I'll take both out.
You want to use the scissors as well?
All of it, yeah. Why not?
The scissors, give him a weapon. I mean, let's get him
now
out
I
of here.
gotta roll. There's so much on the line.
Okay, go for it.
Yes, I got a 5.
Wow. You got a 5?
Wow.
Well, this was the roll. So
I failed so many times. This is it.
Check it, and suddenly it gets very dark in this office. It's not just that clouds are in front of the sun. It's that suddenly, like, there is like kind of like a full kind of rainstorm happening outside, and your crystal ball seems to kind of glow very brightly. And then in the back of the room, in a shadow, stands Lloyd Wheeler.
Okay.
And then you see Roland DeVore go, Wheeler? And Wheeler like kind of leans forward and is like, they dragged my body off the ledge and burned it. Everybody make a sanity roll.
Holy cow. He cut to the chase. No ghost.
Ooh, I got a 20. I got under for sanity.
I got a 99.
I got over.
But this doesn't seem that scary. I can't believe I'm about to get fucked right now.
Did everybody succeed?
No.
Only
Nastia and I got over.
Oh, no, Megan.
Okay.
But I don't find this scary. Like, I can't believe it.
No,
I'm not gonna take a lot away from you. I'm gonna say you lost 3, Nastia. You lost 1, Annabella. And here's what happens. Suddenly, Buckley stands up and he's screaming at that corner of the room and he's going, you were a fucking wimp. You were a baby. You didn't deserve anything you had. You fucking held it over my head, and I'm glad you fucking died, and I'm glad I took your life, and I'm glad I fucked your fucking girl. And when he gets done,
salt.
The clouds move away from the sun, and you can see that he's yelling at an empty corner of the room. You're fucking nothing. I was smarter than you. I was stronger than you. And DeVore's like, Lydia, call security. And Clarence Harvey's like, let's cut to the chase.
Girl power.
A little bit later, you're all in the office with DeVore, and he's like, okay, well, the cops are looking into what happened. And hopefully it won't besmirch the DeVore brand. Anyway, Lydia, and she comes in and places an envelope in front of you. $300, just like we agreed.
Yeah, but there's been injuries. This has been days, murders, trauma, and we know that we knew that you knew about the marketing scam, and I have the article, so you better pay up. That. You got to pay up.
Tell them I didn't know about that.
Well, tell people you did, and that'll ruin your brand better than anything.
We want $300 each.
And we want a purse from downstairs.
Any purse.
Lydia, give me 900 and let these ladies pick out a handbag. I gotta go talk to the commissioner.
Oh my God, you guys, we did it.
We did it.
Wow. I would have never asked for that much money.
Really?
I know, I think.
I just did it on a whim. I was like, it's a huge department store. We just fucking...
we're going to try and open an office,
You're standing in the main showroom, the first floor, and Lydia hands you each an envelope that seems thick with cash inside of it. And then any of these bags look good to you girls?
Yeah, I'll take that one. Wait, question. Like, we can't talk about this, right? We like signed NDAs or something, or can we use this as press, or is this just going to be a word of mouth business?
Look,
and
where's the closest dentist?
you did just sign this contract that you would not mention the specific details of your work for
But
Mr.
we can list DeVore's department stores as a former client as a reference.
I believe that you can.
Thanks.
Good luck, ladies.
We'll put your name, Lydia. We'll put your name. We'll put you in the office of the CEO. We'll say, contact Lydia Toth. And you know what, Lydia, if you ever decide to make a move.
And if you ever need anything.
Ladies, I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity to work with such savvy businesswomen. And she marches stiffly back to the elevator and starts to press it, and then looks at you and goes, and then goes to the stairs. And that is the end of the top floor terror.
Someone had a really funny comment that everyone has to tweet the bag we chose. So we got to show them.
Handbag has been unlocked.
Yeah, like hot handbags of the 20s.
You made a probably
or is it the 30s?
It is 1922.
Okay.
And that was probably a ridiculous amount of money, but in fairness, I think it would have ruined his entire brand if he had not paid you. So I think that you just drove a hard bargain and you succeeded. I think I want to thank.
It was also an insane case. How could you not give a little extra?
We're rich. What
I want to say is, you guys, what did you think of that one? Did you think you were going to figure it out? Was it tricky? How did you feel about it?
I couldn't figure it out. I saw the pieces, but I was not able to put it together.
Yeah, like we felt very close to knowing what it was. Like, kind of, we knew it was Lloyd. We just didn't know like how it happened.
And that's a fucked up marketing stunt.
It's kind of crazy though, also because Lloyd thought of it and then Lloyd did it and died doing it, but then was like mad at other people. Well, do you think it's because he didn't die in the fall? They killed him after?
Yeah, because
he did die.
You know what? The police right now have a recording of Buckley admitting that they hid the body. Maybe in our next session, our final session for October, I think, we will get a little bit of a fallout information on what happened with the whole top floor terror. But in the meantime, would you guys like to quickly roll to see if you improve your skills?
Yes.
Yeah.
I checked fighting.
I think, let's see. If you can roll above fighting right now, it will improve.
Above. Okay.
Yes. When you improve skills, you try to roll above them.
I got an 81 and I have a 30 in fighting.
Great. Now just roll 1d10 and add that much to your fighting.
Okay.
And I rolled above my credit rating.
Okay, great. So you can go ahead and roll one die and add that much to your credit rating.
Unfortunately, I had to do a lot of this in pen one week.
I got an 8. Oh, mine's all in pen, but I just kind of, I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to do over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How'd you do?
That's why I finally got one.
How'd you do, Nastya?
So I went over in second sight by 1, and that's why I was sad, and then I was happy. And then library use, I got 67 out of 50.
Oh, great. So you did roll 67 and over 50. So you can roll one die to improve each of them. Right. So your skills are getting better.
I'm so happy.
You've got some money. Maybe you can open an office or something now.
I bet we can.
I think that the sky's the limit for these ladies.
I'm so glad we didn't die.
In terms of the mystery, you guys are so good at solving mysteries, but just to let you know kind of how I play as a keeper, sometimes I don't know how you're going to resolve it after you figure it out. So I kind of keep it open-ended. I think our last scene was awesome. And I didn't know, I would have never thought to actually bring the ghost out to get them to confess, but that was a really cool tactic. And then you had that great roll. So that was a great way to do it. So it's funny to me sometimes when Kara, you're like, I don't know what we should do. I don't either. I just made the situation and I'm seeing how you solve it. But congratulations to these incredible players, Megan Gailey, Liza Treyger, and Kara Klenk. Follow them on all their socials, listen to their albums, watch their stand-up, and tell them how much you appreciate them. I'm going to say goodbye to them right now. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay, and if anybody is curious, I just want to share this. That entire 2-part adventure was based loosely on Harold Lloyd's Safety Last. I took an old silent comedy and I turned it into a ghost horror scenario. And I highly recommend, if you are looking for ideas for original Call of Cthulhu scenarios, just take an old 1920s movie and then make it scary or do the aftermath of it. A lot of 1920s movies are unintentionally creepy to people in the modern day, and they'll give you lots of ideas. All right. Is there anything else to go over? We already talked about Warhammer, 10 a.m. on Saturday. Vampires of Pittsburgh, 6 p.m. on Sunday. I'm going to just remind everybody about our socials. If there is a question or comment, shoot it right through. I only have a couple minutes. Please spread the word about Stream of Blood. We've got a Discord server, the Server of Blood. We'd love for you to join that, to be on there, to join our conversation. We're having all kinds of discussions on there about all kinds of game theory, things like that. So please hit us up there. We're also, of course, on Twitter, Facebook. We have a group there, Instagram. These are the places to see what kind of new, different, extra games we're playing all the time. Warhammer is a new thing we're trying out with a different GM than myself. We're constantly doing crossovers with other streams and podcasts. So make sure to follow our socials and follow us here on Twitch and subscribe on Twitch to get the emotes and get all the information early, to get all the VOD early. You have to subscribe to do that. We have 2 producers in addition to myself on Stream of Blood. They are Brian Baldinger and Clinton Trucks, and without them there would be no stream. They are amazing men who talk me down from my own ledge all the time, so I want to thank them for that. Megan Arch is our social media manager. She does it out of the kindness of her heart, and she does a better job than most professionals would, so I would like to thank her for that. I think that's and our logo is created by Garrett Ross. Here we go. Can we do a downtown session with Coven soon? I want to see them actually build and improve a business. I don't know if Coven will do downtime sessions. I don't know if they actually will. They probably will just do investigations, but we will definitely see them build their ghost busting business. That will be part of it, I think. That sounds like something that the players are interested in, so we'll make it happen. Okay. It looks like that's it for us tonight. So, like I said, hit us up on that Discord so we can talk about all the games. And I just want to thank you guys again. Until next time, 23 Skidoo. See you later.